Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Eugene, Oregon. Beautiful day up here in Eugene as we get ready for game two of today's doubleheader. We've got plenty of blue sky overhead, temperatures in the upper 50s, it looks like right now. Expected to get right around 60 degrees for today's high temperature this afternoon here in Eugene, so not going to be necessarily the warmest day. The wind blowing around definitely keeps it cool, but we've had plenty of hot action going on out on the ball field as Roseburg and South Eugene had a big duel going on in game one. It was a 2-0 game late, and South Eugene battles their way back to get a 4-2 victory with 4 runs in the bottom of the sixth inning to get themselves back into that one. So tough one there for Roseburg. Can't hang on to the lead to take the victory. They'll try to get one in game two. Split on the road. That is usually a fairly okay result when you are on the road in Southwest Conference play, but when you've got a lead that late in a ball game against a conference opponent, you'd like to be able to come away with a victory and be able to hold on for a win there. And it's really hard to say that you didn't let one get away from you there in game one of today's doubleheader. So we'll be keeping an eye on how things go here in game two. Want to check in on some scores from around the around the Southwest Conference as we get you a look at the Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. Finding some scores from around the Southwest Conference. It looks like in the North versus South battle going on down at North Medford High School. It was the bottom of the fifth. South was leading 4-0 in that one. It looks like Grants Pass was leading Sheldon 5-1 in the top of the sixth in that game, and that would be the first win of the season in conference play for Grants Pass if they can hold on to that one. And looks like some softball scores. It looks like North Medford won game one, 16-1 in that one. They were up 8-0 in game two. Don't have any scores from the Roseburg softball game as of yet. But that is a look at the scoreboard update brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply, building relationships, building projects, building materials. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. Game two is going to be coming up here shortly. We'll have your Supercut starting lineups for you here in just a moment as we continue to put it together. We do have the live stream back up and running at 541radio.com. So if you maybe tuned in on the radio side while we were in between games there after ending the broadcast of Game 1, you can now check things out at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube. We've got it for you there as well. Let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. We'll come back for the start of Game 2. When we return, this is Roseburg Baseball, streaming at 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. And we welcome you back here to historic Axman Field in Eugene, on the campus of South Eugene High School. Roseburg Indians will take on South Eugene. Game 2 of the doubleheader. This one for first place in the Southwest Conference. Roseburg starting lineup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup here as we get you your Supercuts starting lineups in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. It'll be Spencer Six leading things off, the catcher, in the top spot of the lineup, followed by shortstop Caden Johnson. Doran Gillespie bats third, playing in right field, followed by first baseman Zach Mandera hitting cleanup. Jet Black will bat fifth, playing in center. Jay Stoffel, pitcher in Game 2, will hit sixth, followed by Mason Littlefield, the left fielder. The 8-hitter is the starter at third. Troy Jones gets his second straight start. And Luke Van Norman will start at second base, batting in the 9 position. They will face off against Hunter Brown. Second time that Roseburg will see Hunter Brown on the mound. Roseburg got an 8-3 win against Brown when the two teams met the first time down in Roseburg. At the time, Brown had come in with 19 innings of scoreless baseball, and Roseburg was able to get a victory against him there. In that game, South Eugene led 3-0 in the top of the second, but Roseburg was able to fight their way back for the victory. Brown will fire in, the right-hander, squaring off against the left-hander, Spencer Six, and we are underway in Game 2 of today's ball game. First pitch misses for ball 1. Welcome everybody into Game 2's broadcast. It's a swing and a miss, big cut out of Spencer. Can't connect on that one, and he's got a 1-1 count. Roseburg baseball today here on The Score been brought to you by Bimart. Score big at Bimart, where you can get ready for your season for less. 1-1 pitch. Spencer squared to bunt, takes for ball 2. 2-1 count for Spencer Six. Hunter Brown on the mound. The 2-1 delivery is inside, and the count goes to 3-1. Good showing for today's ball game here on a beautiful day in Eugene. Just got to wear a jacket. Spencer, coming right at us. Should be a fun one to watch on the replay. Foul ball right at the post in front of us. It would have drilled the laptop if that backstop had not been there. 3 balls, 2 strikes against Spencer Six here. Second game of the day for both these two teams. That one right back through the middle. It'll get into center field. A leadoff single for Spencer Six. Went right past Hunter Brown, who actually stuck out his pitching hand to try and get a little bit of that one. That's a dangerous play. I'm sure if he had made contact with the baseball, he would have been regretting it. Might have avoided some damage there by letting that one go through. So a leadoff single for Spencer Six, and Roseburg going to try to jump on South Eugene early. Squaring to bunt now. The ball is fielded by Brown. His throw to first will get Caden Johnson on the sac bunt. Roseburg going to small ball early. Johnson struggling in the first game, was unable to get a hit. Johnson was going after pitches early, but couldn't get one to get through. Not like he was hitting necessarily bad balls, but he just couldn't quite get it to get through. Doran Gillespie will bat with 1 out and a man at second base, and the first pitch is at the bottom of the strike zone. To start things off with a 0-1 count now for Gillespie. Doran playing in right field. Pitch in the dirt, got away for a moment from Edwards, who's back behind the plate filling in for Brown, the usual starting catcher. A 1-1 count for Hunter Brown against Doran Gillespie. Gillespie came through with an RBI single in Game 1 of today's action. The 1-1 pitch. Brown, long wait on the mound, fires in. The breaking ball misses low and inside. 2 balls and a strike now for Gillespie. Taking a look around the diamond, so it is Dylan Edwards behind the plate for South Eugene, catching for Hunter Brown. He's filling in at the catcher position. Aiden Bray at first, Zach Minigat at second. It's Caden Miller at third and Bryce Betcher at short. In the outfield from left to right, Andrew Joseph, Tristan Vidal, and Nick Salazar. The 2-1 strike on the outside corner. Carried away from the right-handed hitter. Roseburg one away. Spencer 6 after a leadoff single at second base. A sac bunt putting him there. Swing and a miss from Gillespie. Chasing away on the outside edge, and Gillespie will go down with the strikeout. One away as Hunter Brown fights his way back in here. Man out at second base for Roseburg, and up next will be Zach Mandera. Losing pitcher in game one after holding a 2-0 lead, was unable to finish it out. Starting at first base here in game two for Roseburg. First pitch, check swing. Nobody appealing, and the home umpire says he does not go around. A 1-0 count for Mandera. Six will take his lead at second base. Mandera waits on the 1-0 pitch. Inside corner called for a strike. He evens it up. A ball and a strike against Zach. Game one of the doubleheader, Zach Mandera went 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 singles. His 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Drops in nicely for a called strike. That one started high, drops in quite a bit. Zach was 2 for 3 against South Eugene with a double and 2 runs scored when they met the first time. That was against this Hunter Brown, who's on the mound. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. He pulls left side. It gets into left field. They've got 6 headed to third. He's going to come around to score as it's booted in left field by Andrew Joseph, and the Indians will lead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. A 2-out single for Zach Mandera. Brings in Spencer 6. The error in left field should help. Out in left field, Andrew Joseph couldn't field it cleanly out there, and that gave Spencer 6 the extra time to come around and score. Mandera at first, 1 run in for Roseburg, and up to hit will be Jet Black, and he swings through strike 1. Mandera with a single, stands at first base. 2-out single, big 2-out hit. Roseburg was missing that on Tuesday against Sheldon. Strike 2 called against Jet. And Hunter Brown fights his way back here, and an 0-2 count against Jet. Now we'll have a healthy lead in the at-bat. We'll see if Jet can find his way back into it. He swings, and that one hit well out towards left field, going back to the wall. That one is gone! A 2-run homer for Jet Black, his first of the season, and Roseburg leads this one now 3-0. Jet finally breaking out here today. He gets a hold of one there. That one clearing the left field fence. And the team will come out to greet him after giving him a little bit of grief there. Jet was 0 for 4 in game one. He comes through with the big hit there, a first inning home run, and the Indians are up 3-0. First home run of the season for Jet. I believe it's the 5th on the year for the Roseburg Indians. They lead 3-0. And now Jay Stoffel will hit. Roseburg starting pitcher has not yet stepped on the mound, and he's already got a 3-0 lead. Takes the first one for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is in for strike 2. 2 outs with nobody on base. The 0-2 delivery from Brown. It's in the dirt. So Spencer 6, a leadoff single, comes around to score on the error in left field. And then Zach Mandera scores on the 2-run homer by Jet Black. Breaking ball called for strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. But the Roseburg Indians strike first. They get 3 runs across. Jay Stoffel a little bit of a lead to work with now as he heads out to the mound for the bottom of the first inning. Roseburg in front 3-0 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Roseburg on top, 3-0 as we start the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Jay Stoffel on the mound for Roseburg in game 2 of this matchup here today. A doubleheader for the Indians and the Axe. Rubber match of the series. Winner will have first place in the Southwest Conference all to themselves. Jay Stoffel comes in, 19 2/3 innings pitched so far this year, 2-0 on the year, a 1.42 ERA for the junior right-hander. And he will face, let's take a look at the starting lineup for South Eugene. Tristan Vidal will lead things off playing in center field, followed by Bryce Betcher, the shortstop. Caden Miller at third base for game 2, bats third, followed by the cleanup hitter Trey Nelson, the DH, batting for right fielder Nick Salazar. Dylan Edwards, the catcher, bats fifth, followed by Andrew Joseph, the left fielder. And the pitcher, Hunter Brown, will bat in the 7th spot, followed by the 8 hitter, Zach Minigat, the second baseman, and the 9 hitter is Aiden Bray, the first baseman. First pitch came in for a called strike for Jay Stoffel, and he gets pitch 2 in there for a strike as well. He's firing bullets here early on against Tristan Vidal. The 0-2 pitch, got him to chop it one to foul it off. Stays alive at the plate, does Vidal. The starting lineup for South Eugene brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. 0-2 delivery, again, got him looking. Called strike 3 for Jay Stoffel. It's a more well-drilling strikeout to lead off the bottom of the first inning. You can't afford to strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Give them a call at 541-459-4039. One down, and it'll be Bryce Betcher to bat. Betcher takes a strike. Betcher, the shortstop, had a late hit in the game 1 to help South Eugene get the early lead, or get the late lead, I should say, as he fouls one off for strike 2. In game 1, Bryce Betcher going 2 for 4. He had a double and an RBI single in the 6th that helped get South Eugene in front. His 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, and firing early. Jay Stoffel with back-to-back strikeouts looking, and he needs one more to finish off the side. 2 down, and it'll be Caden Miller to bat next. Miller, the winning pitcher in game 1, playing at third base here in game 2. He takes the first pitch for ball 1, and that is the first pitch outside the strike zone for Jay Stoffel. South Eugene has not faced Jay Stoffel this season. They saw Garrett Zymet in game 1 in Roseburg about 10 days ago. And then now Zach Mandera in game 1, Jay Stoffel here in game 3 of the series, game 2 of today's doubleheader. 2-0 pitch coming up here from Miller outside, and after striking out the first 2 batters pretty quickly, Caden Miller is now ahead 3-0 against Jay Stoffel. 3-0 pitch with 2 outs and nobody on. Stoffel gets one across. The courtesy strike there on the 3-0 count. So Miller will now look for something to hit or try to find a way on base with the walk. The 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 taken at the knees, and the count now full.
Win the battle, Miller. Win it.
Full count pitch. Taking a moment outside the box. Caden Miller steps back in. The full count delivered low, and that is ball 4.
Good AB.
So Caden Miller finds his way on base with 2 out. Roseburg leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the first against South Eugene. And now the cleanup man, Trey Nelson, will hit. First pitch, strike one. Stoffel with a man on first now, working out of the stretch. Comes set, delivers, breaking ball. It goes through the legs for Spencer Six, and up to second will go Miller. That'll be a wild pitch to move the runner up 90 feet. One pitch, man at second base, and the pitch is low and outside. Goes to 2-1 now, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Trey Nelson, the DH, hitting for right fielder Nick Salazar. Ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Jace, breaking ball, pulled third base side, foul. Jones collects it on the other side of the bag. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Take a look around the diamond here when we get an opportunity in this ball game for the Roseburg Indians. 2-2 pitch to try and wrap up the inning. Foul ball down the first base side this time. Behind the plate, Spencer Six catching. Out at first base, Zach Mandera. Second base, Luke Van Norman. At third, Troy Jones getting his second straight start. Caden Johnson at short, and the outfield from left to right. Mason Littlefield, Jet Black, and Doran Gillespie, your starters for Roseburg defensively. 2-2, got him swinging. And Jay Stoffel will strike out this side to finish things off here in the bottom of the first. A couple of strikeouts looking, a walk, and then he gets a strikeout swinging to finish it off. It's 3 more well-drilling strikeouts in the first inning for Jay Stoffel. We'll head to the second. Roseburg leading 3-0 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the second, Roseburg leading 3-0 against South Eugene. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. You ready to go where life takes you. Leading things off for Roseburg will be Mason Littlefield, the 7-hitter in the lineup, as Roseburg sent 6 hitters to the plate. Had a 2-run homer from Jet Black in that first inning. First pitch misses for ball 1, and Hunter Brown on the mound. Off speed, fouled back by Littlefield for a 1-1 count. Littlefield had a double in his first at-bat of Game 1 of today's doubleheader. That broke up a lengthy hitless streak for him. The 1-1 he takes, and it goes to 2-1. Squares to bunt now with a 2-1 count and pulls it back as the pitch was high. Littlefield trying to maybe catch the defense off guard there. Charging in was the third baseman, Caden Miller, not their everyday starter at third. Littlefield pulls one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And Littlefield breaking out of his streak here. He'll have to rush back to first. He took an aggressive turn at the bag, and I think I could hear the dugout yelling no to him as he was rounding that corner. Ball got back in quickly, but a leadoff single for Roseburg for a second straight inning. Littlefield, 2 hits on the day. After that lengthy hitless streak, he's coming around, it looks like, at the plate. Littlefield at first, batting next, Troy Jones. Squares to bunt with nobody out. He'll try to put down a sack bunt. First base side, really nice bunt there. Picked up by Miller. His underhand flip to first is in time for the out. And Roseburg's bunting has been on point so far. Jones, the third baseman, lays down the sack bunt. 1-3 for the put out. One away, up to second base went Mason Littlefield. The 9-hitter Luke Van Norman will step in next for the first time against Hunter Brown. Man in scoring position with one away. First pitch swinging, fouls it back towards our camera, back behind home there. One out, an 0-1 count against Van Norman, the starting second baseman. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, scooped up by Edwards. Van Norman was 1 for 2 in the first game. Had a bunt single, also reached on an error. 1-1 pitch. Brown works a low strike on the outside corner. Van Norman this season comes in with 4 RBI, looking to pick up number 5, see if Roseburg can add to their 3-0 lead in the top of the second. Brown delivers. Van Norman gets this one high in the air out to left center. Long run, Vidal over there, but it'll be the left fielder, Andrew Joseph, that takes it. Vidal running all the way from center field. Lost his hat on the way there, but the left fielder, Joseph, had plenty of time to get underneath that one. 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Spencer Six will hit for a second time. Spencer had the single in the first and came around to score on an error. First pitch, a breaking ball for a called strike on the outside corner. Roseburg leading 3-0 here in the top of the second inning. Breaking ball, backdoor cutter cannot come in. A 1-1 count for Spencer Six. Brown checking second. Fastball, left it high and away. Six in game 1 was 1 for 4, had a single in the 6th. He's now hit safely in 7 of the 8 conference games for the Indians as he swings and misses. A big cut for the lefty, and he cannot connect with it. Roseburg already threw the lineup once against Hunter Brown, only in the top of the second. The 2-2, low and outside. Full count for Spencer Six. Hunter Brown has had to work through an inning and 2/3 so far, trying to get through 2 innings. His full count pitch with 2 away and a man at second, high in the air. This one coming back our direction. There might be room to play for it. And underneath it, Dylan Edwards will make the catch. So that'll wrap up things in the second. Roseburg gets a leadoff single by Mason Littlefield. They cannot take advantage. They still lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. South Eugene coming up with their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Bottom of the second inning, Jay Stoffel out on the mound with a 3-0 lead to work with. Today's game brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages. First pitch, a breaking ball. Dylan Edwards at the plate, sits on it, but just nicks the baseball, foul ball. For strike one as we start out the bottom of the second inning. Roseburg on top, 3-0. An error in the first inning, bringing in the first run, and then a 2-run homer from Jet Black. Scores 2 more, giving Jay Stoffel plenty to work with. Stoffel's 0-1 pitch, a fastball at the knees for a called strike. He has been throwing a lot of strikes early in counts early on for South Eugene. It'll be Edwards, Joseph, and Brown due up for the axe. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, can't get him to chase. And it goes to a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch coming up here for Edwards. Fastball, line drive shot to left field. And that's a base knock, first of the game for South. Mason Littlefield comes in to get it. Line drive shot there for Edwards, who is a good hitter. He had a walk-off home run here at South Eugene to beat Grant's Pass earlier on in the year. Edwards on at first. Nobody out. Andrew Joseph, the left fielder, will bat, and he fouls off the first pitch. Joseph has made his mark in this series here today, more on the defensive side from my point of view. He's been playing very well out in left field. The 0-1 pitch from Stoffel. He watches it go by for strike 2. In the first game of the day for Andrew Joseph, he was 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. He swings through for strike 3, and it's another more well-drilling strikeout for Jay Stoffel. Gets a big punch out there, 1 away. Now ground ball could wrap things up quickly for Roseburg here in the bottom of the second. 1 away. Hunter Brown, the pitcher, will try to help himself out with a man at first. The first pitch of the at-bat is a fastball for strike 1. Sun shining again, keeps going, darting in and out behind the clouds. The 0-1 pitch, strike 2 taken. Darts in and out. When it's behind the clouds, it really gets cool. When it comes back out, it starts warming up nicely. It's one of those summer day or one of those spring days here in the state of Oregon where things feel different every 10 to 15 minutes. Pitch high for a 1-2 count for Stoffel. 1 away with a man at first. Dylan Edwards after a leadoff single to left field. Roseburg leading 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Stoffel finds the grip. He fires, and it's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Another strikeout for Stoffel. He's got 5 in the game so far. 2 down. With 2 away, it'll be the 8-hitter, Zach Minigat. Had a nice day at the plate in the first game. Takes low and inside, though, for ball 1. Minigat always seemed like he was hitting from behind his at-bats, but he finished with a single and a double, scored a run, had an RBI, went 2 for 3 in the opener. Runner going, pitch outside, throw down to second's low. And it might have been kicked away by Dylan Edwards as he slid in. I don't think so, but kicked away from Caden Johnson covering the bag at second. Luke Van Norman backing up the play, gets there. The count 2-0 at the plate for Zach Minigat. South Eugene gets a man in scoring position with the stolen base for Dylan Edwards. The 2-0 pitch, fouled off. And Minigat finds himself with a 2-1 count. Scoring opportunity here for South Eugene with 2 away in the bottom of the second. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Edwards is the catcher, but they didn't bring in a courtesy runner for him. He's still the one out there. 2-2, the pitch. Swung on and missed. And Jay Stoffel has struck out 6 through 2 innings. And he's got Roseburg still out to a 3-0 lead as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Roseburg in front, back after this 60-second break on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Stay tuned for more Roseburg basketball on 541radio.com. 3-2 innings of play. 3 runs on 4 hits for Roseburg. South Eugene, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error for the Axe. Roseburg will have their 2-3-4 hitters due up here in the 3rd inning against Hunter Brown. On the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Next pitch for him will be number 40 on the day. He faces Caden Johnson, who takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Johnson has been scrapping at the plate here today. Laid down a sac bunt in the 1st inning of this 2nd game of the day. Goes after a pitch at the top of the strike zone, fouls it off. Gives him a 1-1 count. Johnson was 0 for 4 in the opener. 3 groundouts in that one. All pulled to the left side of the infield. Just couldn't work one through. A 1-1 pitch to him. Takes low, and the count goes to 2-1. He also didn't really see a lot of pitches in the opener. He was going after early pitches in the at-bats, trying to find one that he could hit. But meant that he wasn't at the plate for very long in most of his at-bats. He's now got a 3-1 count against Hunter Brown. Brown's pitch total working its way up kind of quick here today. The 3-1 pitch. Johnson fouls it off down the 3rd base side and has a full count. Johnson laying down a good sacrifice bunt in the 1st. Jones laid down a nice sacrifice bunt in the 2nd. So the bunt game working pretty well for Roseburg so far. The 3-2 pitch, breaking ball. The soft breaker does not connect, and it is a full count walk to leadoff man Caden Johnson. Roseburg gets the leadoff man on base for a 3rd straight inning. First walk issued by Hunter Brown. It'll be Doran Gillespie to stand in next for Roseburg. We'll take a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update, taking a look around the Southwest Conference to update you on the standings. As some results from early games. The early game 1s of the doubleheaders coming in. First pitch missed low and outside for Doran Gillespie. Makes it a 1-0 count against Hunter Brown with Caden Johnson out at first. Throw over to first base. Back in safely goes Johnson. Interesting result coming out of down in Grants Pass that we'll let you know about. 1-0 delivery. Gillespie underneath it, this one high in the air. Could be trouble in shallow right field. Giving chase, Zach Minigat, the second baseman, will run that one down. Long way to go for an infielder to make a catch in the outfield. Minigat able to track it down, makes the basket catch. Retiring the first batter here in the top of the 3rd for Roseburg. One away, still Johnson on at first. Up for a second time, Zach Mandera, 1 for 1 in the game with an RBI single in the first. Throw over to first, not there in time to get Johnson. They tried to sell that one. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if that was an RBI single for Zach, as 6 scored on the error. Runner going, Zach trying to protect him. Back to first will go Johnson as the ball fouled off down the third base side. First strike in the at-bat for Zach, an 0-1 count with 1 away and a man at first. It was not an RBI single for him. Jet Black picked up 2 RBI on his home run, but it was an unearned run in there, so Zach just with a single, not an RBI single. It's a throw back over to first base again to check on Johnson. He's in safely. Hunter's throw a little bit low over to the bag, but Aiden Bray picking it out of the dirt. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the third. Roseburg on top, 3-0. Hunter Brown delivers. Zach fouls it off. Roseburg Baseball today has been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Fisher's Hearth and Home. 0-2 pitch from Brown. Zach goes down low to get to it. That one lifted in the air to center field. Going back, caught at the fence by Tristan Vidal. That'll send Johnson back to first. It didn't sound like it off the bat, but Zach got a lot of that one. It almost carried over the top of Vidal in center. I don't think it had enough to get out of here to the deepest part of the park, but Vidal, without the speed that he had to get to that one, could have carried over his head for extra bases. Instead, it's a long out for Zach Mandera. And there's 2 away. Jet Black will bat, had the home run in the first inning. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Jet hitting his first home run of the season over the left field fence here at historic Axman Field. Pitch outside this time as Hunter Brown seems to be cautious throwing to Roseburg's 5-hitter. 2-0 count now for Jet. Jet was batting .275 coming into the doubleheader today. I mentioned he went 0 for 4 in game 1, so that number came down, but getting back on track here in game 2 with the homer. 2-0 pitch from Brown. Gets underneath another one. He liked that pitch. This one high in the air to left field again, but not going to have the distance. Is camping underneath it. Left fielder Andrew Joseph will make the catch. That'll wrap up things in the top of the third inning for Roseburg. They can't add any to their 3-0 lead. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the third we go. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Three 0 the score for the visiting Roseburg Indians. South Eugene coming up to hit with their 9-1-2 hitters. Aiden Bray will lead things off against Jay Stoffel. Today's game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue. Or give them a call at 672-5701. Aiden Bray 0 for 3 in game 1 of today's doubleheader against Zach Mandera. Bray had gone 2 for 3 against Roseburg when the two teams met at Legion Field back on April 16th. First pitch swinging here. Chopper to short, waiting on it. Johnson's throw to first to Zach Mandera in time for the out. That is the first put out recorded by the Roseburg defense. Other than that, they've all been strikeouts for Jay Stoffel. First pitch swinging on that one there for the 9-hitter results in an out. Jay Stoffel now will face the top of the lineup for a second time. Tristan Vidal will bat. First pitch high and tight for ball 1. One away in the bottom of the third. Roseburg up 3-0. Slapping at it, Vidal sends it right side, foul. Vidal with really quick hands. He is you would think a prototypical type of leadoff guy. Makes a lot of contact, protects the zone. Don't know how many times he's been down in the count 0-2 and he's been able to fight off pitches. He takes a breaking ball that doesn't miss by much for a 2-1 count. He's ahead of Jay Stoffel. Not many batters have said that so far. 2-1 delivery from Jace. Fastball, that one apparently misses as well. Count goes to 3-1. That's now a ground ball towards second. Picked up by Van Norman. His throw to first will not beat the speedy Tristan Vidal, an infield single. And there's the second hit of the ball game for South Eugene. They were playing for Vidal to go right side, and Van Norman was playing more towards first. He had a long way to go to get to that ball. Had to backhand it. It means throwing back across his body to first, and Vidal very quick down the line. He beats out the throw with no problem. 1 on, 1 away. Bryce Betcher batting. Roseburg leading 3-0. First pitch, a strike against Bryce Betcher. Roseburg on top 3-0. All three coming in the first inning. Betcher in the first. Struck out looking. Throw over to first base for Stoffel, not in time. Jay Stoffel retired Vidal and Betcher back-to-back with strikeouts looking. Then walked Caden Miller, only to strike out Trey Nelson to strike out the side in the first. He struck out the side in the second as well. Gave up a single, then strikeout, 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 all swinging in the second inning for Jay Stoffel. An 0-1 pitch. Runner going, check swing at the plate. He did go around. The throw to second is not on line. Into second base goes Vidal with a steal. At the plate, swing and a miss for Bryce Betcher, and he's got an 0-2 count, but a man in scoring position with 1 away. Betcher, the junior, back in. The 0-2 pitch up in the air to right field. Fairly deep here for Gillespie. He'll catch. Vidal's going to try to tag and go to third, and he'll get in standing up. So tag in advance for Vidal. Gets him 90 feet from home. 2 away now on the fly ball to right field for Bryce Betcher. Caden Miller will bat next with 2 down and a man at third base. Roseburg trying to keep it a shutout. Leading 3-0. Miller walked his first time. Breaking ball, he fouls it off for strike 1. Miller walked, ended up on second, but was left standing there as he watches a breaking ball low, a 1-1 count. South Eugene has left a man on second in the first and second innings. They've got a man at third here in the third, but 2 outs, and Roseburg trying to get out of it. The 1-1 pitch from Stoffel. Line drive to right field, coming in a few steps. Doran Gillespie will make the catch for the final out. Miller got one, goes opposite field, but it carries too far, and that will finish things out. South Eugene threatens here in the bottom of the third inning, but they cannot cash in. No runs on one hit, no errors, one man left on base. We're three innings of play as we head to the top of the fourth. Roseburg leads 3-0. You're watching Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and listening on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
It's Jay Stoffel to lead things off for Roseburg as we go to the fourth inning. Pitch high for ball 1. Roseburg Indians leading at 3-0 against South Eugene in the rubber match of the series. Today's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. That ball in the air for Stoffel out towards left center. Vidal coming in to make the catch on the high fly ball. Jace now 0 for 2 in the ball game, but pitching well, so we'll let it slide. 1 away, nobody on base. Up next for Roseburg, Mason Littlefield. Breaking ball finds the inside corner for a strike. Dropping my lunch on the ground. The 0-1 pitch. Littlefield hits it to third, coming in on it. Miller, throw to first. Ooh, just in time to get Littlefield. Did not beat him by much. Miller making the late throw across the diamond, just ahead for the second out. 2 down, and Troy Jones will bat. Laid down a sac bunt in the second. Fastball at the knees for a called strike to lead off the second at-bat of the day for Roseburg's third baseman. The 0-1 pitch. Jones goes chasing upstairs for strike 2. One of a couple of sophomores getting playing time this season for the Indians. Garrett Zymet the other. Takes for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now for Jones. A lot of juniors, not very many seniors on this year's roster for Roseburg, so hopefully a lot of successful years to come for the Indians as the ball fouled off. Stays a 1-2 count for Troy. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, Jones underneath it. That ball out to right field, but it's not going to carry very far. It'll be just in the shallow right field grass for second baseman Zach Minigat to make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning defensively for South Eugene in the top of the fourth. They hold Roseburg off the board, but it's still a 3-0 lead for the Indians as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Joey Kieran here with you from South Eugene High School, where Roseburg leads 3-0 on top of the Axe. Brent Cranford back in the studio with the radio production today. Thanks for tuning in for Roseburg baseball throughout the day here on this Saturday afternoon. Bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be Trey Nelson to lead things off, and the first pitch gets him on his front elbow pad. So a hit by pitch puts a man on base to lead things off in the fourth. That'll be the first hit batter of the day for either team in either game. Nelson gets on. Dylan Edwards will hit. He had a single in the second. Takes outside for ball one. Stoffel's 1-0 pitch. Runner big lead at first. Breaking ball doesn't catch, and a 2-0 count. And a time called. Out to the mound will go pitching coach Richie Charles. While we have a moment, let's take a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update from the Southwest Conference. Grants Pass wins their first game of the season in conference play to go to 1-7. And South beat North. So Grants Pass gets a 5-2 win over the Sheldon Irish. And South beats North Medford 4-2. So we'll update you on the standings here as the 2-0 pitch taken outside for a 3-0 count. The 3-0 pitch is in the dirt for ball four, and Jace unable to find the zone on that at-bat. Puts two runners on base. Well, hit by pitch and now a walk. First walk of the day for Stoffel. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. And a big moment in this game for South Eugene is out to the mound Spencer Six to have a quick conversation. So finishing the thought there, Roseburg and South Eugene tied at 7-1 in first place. South Medford at 4-4 will be in third. North Medford at 3-5 in fourth. Sheldon at 2-6 in fifth, and Grants Pass at 1-7 in last in the conference after the first games of doubleheaders today. First pitch called for a strike at the knees against Andrew Joseph. He struck out swinging in the second. Second time up here against Stoffel. The 0-1 swings and misses at a pitch high for strike two. At second base is Trey Nelson. At first base, Dylan Edwards. 2 on with nobody out. The 0-2 pitch, fouled back. Make it a 3-game lead for first place in the conference for Roseburg and South Eugene at the moment. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, got him to swing and miss. And that is the first out. A big strikeout there for Stoffel. His 7th of the ball game. One down, and Hunter Brown will bat next. It's another more well-drilling strikeout for Stoffel. Brown comes in 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. First pitch swinging, he pops it up on the infield. Not happy with himself as he slams down the bat. Second baseman Luke Van Norman will reach up and makes the grab for the second out. Stoffel battling his way back into this one after a hit by pitch and a walk. He's now retired 2 straight batters, and Roseburg 1 out away from getting out of things here in the bottom of the fourth. Zach Minigat will hit. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Swings and foul tips it into the glove for strike one. Out at second base, Nelson takes his lead. First base, Edwards. The 0-1, low and outside. Minigat represents the game-tying run in this 3-0 ball game for Roseburg, bottom of the fourth. We've been cruising right through. The 1-1 pitch from Stoffel. Hard hit to shortstop, picked up by Johnson. He takes it to the bag himself, and that'll finish it off. Took one hop, and down low, Johnson able to pick it up off the turf and takes it to second base to retire Dylan Edwards. And that'll finish things in the bottom of the fourth inning. We are most of the way through this one. We go to the fifth. Late stages, Roseburg leading 3-0 in another pitcher's duel between Roseburg and South Eugene on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the fifth inning, Roseburg up 3-0. Today's game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Roseburg looking to get a split on the road and win the series against South Eugene. They would retake first place in the conference with a win. They're on top 3-0. Leading things off, it'll be the 9-hitter. Luke Van Norman lays down a bunt, third base side, racing down the line. He will get there in time. He'll beat out the infield single. Bunt single for Van Norman. Gets on at first. Brown off the mound, fielding that one. He took too long to set up and throw to first. By the time he got to the ball, it was close. He might have been able to grab and throw, but he set up and threw to first, and it just was too late. So Van Norman finds his way on with a bunt single. Now scoring to bunt is Spencer Six. Pushes it third base side. Down the line, the throw to first. Gets Spencer, but it's a sacrifice bunt. Third of the game for Roseburg. And there's one away, and Roseburg puts another man in scoring position as Van Norman gets to second. So man at second, one away. 2 pitches thrown here in the fifth for Hunter Brown. He's up over 60 in the game. The first pitch now to Caden Johnson's a breaking ball for a called strike. Johnson 0 for 0 in this game, a walk and a sac bunt. Hunter Brown working into his 5th inning against the Indians. Breaking ball, he got Johnson to go after it. He got a piece of it, fouls it away. An 0-2 count as Johnson chasing after that one. Caden will step back in. An 0-2 pitch coming up for Brown. He delivers. Off speed again, sliding to his right. Dylan Edwards behind the plate. He's the backup catcher, but he looked like a starter with that play. Sliding to his right and backhanding that ball in the dirt. A 1-2 pitch coming up here for Johnson. One away. Chases one down low. It goes to short. They're going to go to third to get Van Norman. A ball in front of him, and that's one you're supposed to freeze on. So Van Norman forced out at third as they get the lead runner. Bryce Betcher with the put out to Caden Miller at third. Fielder's choice, getting Johnson on at first. Two down, man at first. That's not a trade that Roseburg was wanting to make. Doran Gillespie will bat. Swings at the first pitch, popped up in foul territory, first base side at the dugout. That one just over the fence and out of play. So Gillespie with an 0-1 count. Johnson at first. Gillespie 0 for 2 in the ballgame, popped out to second his last time up. The 0-1 to throw over to first, back in safely. Goes Johnson. Difference in the game right now, that first inning. An error in left field, bringing in Spencer 6 on a single by Zach Mandera, and then a 2-run homer for Jet Black. Breaking ball stays a little too high. 1-1 count for Gillespie. 2 away, top of the 5th inning. Roseburg on top 3-0. Brown set, working out of the stretch to Doran. Off speed, he got underneath it, rips that one way foul. Headed towards the parking lot. 1-2 count. Gillespie, he has one of the 5 homers now for Roseburg this season. Jet Black adding his name to it. Nobody with more than 1. Caden Johnson, Jay Stoffel, Doran Gillespie, Zach Mandera, and now Jet Black. 1-2 pitch for Doran. Excuse me, the 2-2 pitch. Throw to first, they got him off the base. Johnson trying to head back to first. Won't be able to outrun the play. And the Indians will get out on the base paths. So the top of the 5th, Roseburg gets a little bit of action going early. They cannot manufacture the run, though. Base running comes back to haunt them in the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0. Roseburg in front of South Eugene on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Roseburg leading 3-0 here from South Eugene. First pitch of the 5th. Jay Stoffel gives up a single to left field. That ball in play off the bat of 9-hitter Aiden Bray, picking up his first hit of the day against Roseburg. He is 1 for 2 here in the second game of the day. Leadoff man on with the line drive to left. 1 on, nobody out. Tristan Vidal will step in next. 1 for 2 today for him. He was left stranded at third in the 3rd inning. He squares to bunt. Stoffel looked like he reared back and tried to throw that one a little extra hard. He ends up putting it in the dirt. 1-0 count. Nice scoop behind the plate by Spencer 6. Man at first base. The 1-0 pitch. Chopping at it low, fouled away. 1-1 now the count for Vidal. The leadoff man for South Eugene. 3rd time through the lineup now for the Axe. Roseburg just started their 3rd time through the lineup here in the top of the 5th. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball goes to short, could be 2. It goes off the leg of Caden Johnson into center field, and all the way around to third will go Aiden Bray. Takes advantage of the error. First of the game for Roseburg. And Johnson, a tailor-made double play ball, could not handle it. So got him on the corners now with nobody out. And South Eugene with their best scoring opportunity of the ball game. Vidal at first, Bray at third, nobody out. Bryce Betcher at the plate, and the shortstop takes strike one. At the knees, Betcher 0 for 2 in the game. He's a hard guy to keep down for long, though. The 0-1 pitch, high, and he goes after it. Swing and a miss. An 0-2 count now for Bryce Betcher. Jay Stoffel looking for his first out of the inning. He can't get it there as the pitch outside doesn't get him to chase. Ball and 2 strikes. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Betcher back in there, bends the knees, sets up the 1-2 pitch from Stoffel. Swing and a miss, and a huge strikeout for Jay Stoffel. It's another more well-drilling strikeout for Jace. It's his 8th of the game, and a big one there as a double play can now finish off the scoring opportunity for South Eugene here in the bottom of the 5th. One away, but it's the heart of the lineup coming up here for the Axe, and dangerous portion for Jace to navigate. The runner takes off running, and it's a called strike at the plate from Miller. Stolen base, and second goes Tristan Vidal, but the defense does not even give a throw. The 0-1 pitch from Miller, that eliminates that automatic double play ball as a pitch outside. 6 stops it from getting by, and it's a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike against Caden Miller, 0 for 1 in the game. Flew out to right field in his second at-bat in the 3rd. Goes underneath this one, in the air, out towards center. On the run is Jet. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging from 3rd and heading home to score. It'll be a sac fly for Caden Miller. Picks up an RBI. 2 down. Scoring is Aiden Bray, and it's 3-1. Roseburg on top of South Eugene. 2 down now with a man at second base. And Trey Nelson will hit next. First pitch swinging for Nelson, goes third base side. It died on the infield turf. Throw to first. Gets off the glove. The runner heading for the plate. He'll score, and it's 3-2. Tough one there defensively for Roseburg. The ball died on the infield turf. It took a low hop, and Jones trying to go around the runner to get to the ball. And it was the shortstop, Caden Johnson, that ended up fielding it, as it was kind of an in-between spot there for everybody. Johnson tried to make the quick throw to first. The throw was 1 hop to first. Mandera couldn't handle it, and the ball got away, allowing another runner to score. 3-2 now the score. And the first pitch low to Dylan Edwards. Two runs in here in the 5th, 3-2 the score. Roseburg still in front. Runner going, the ball fouled away. A 1-1 count now for the hitter, Dylan Edwards. Two errors here in the 5th inning for Roseburg. Pitch low, count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Breaking ball outside, goes to 3-1. 3 balls and a strike with 2 down and a man at first. Roseburg leading by 1 run. Fastball in for a called strike 2. Full count pitch coming up. Trey Nelson at first. Will likely be taking off on the pitch to the plate. Getting an early jump. Dylan Edwards at the plate, 1 for 1 in the game with a walk and a single. The 3-2 pitch. He went after that was probably ball 4, fouls it off. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Big moment here in the ball game. South Eugene fighting its way back here in the 5th. After Roseburg took a 3-0 lead in the 1st. Full count pitch again for Stoffel with a man at first and 2 down. Runner going and another foul ball. With the 3-2 count, you got to assume the runner definitely going once he knows the pitch is going to the plate. Game slowing down here in the 5th as Roseburg finally gives up some runs. South has been threatening the last few innings. They finally capitalize. The 3-2 again. That one line drive into center field. Caught by Jet Black. Well hit, but on a line to center. And Jet easily gets to it off the bat of Dylan Edwards. Final out recorded. 2 runs come in, though, for South Eugene. And they are able to get on the board. They trail by 1 as we go to the late stages. 6th inning coming up when we return on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Top of the 6th inning, Roseburg clinging to a 3-2 lead here from South Eugene High School. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Top of the 6th, Roseburg 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. South Eugene 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Roseburg trying to get a split on the road, but win the series against South Eugene. Taking a look around the rest of the conference, South Medford won Game 1 against North Medford 4-2. At North Medford High School, it's tied in Game 2 after 2 innings of play. 1-1 the score there between North and South Medford. It'll be Doran Gillespie to lead things off, First pitch from Hunter Brown is a breaking ball that carries well outside for a 1-0 count. Roseburg looking to respond back after giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. See if they can get a few runs back for them here in the top of the 6th. The 1-0 for Gillespie. Rocket shot down the third base line, foul. Gillespie had a ball hit well down that left field line earlier in the game, but hit that one well foul. And he rocketed that one down the third base line, but foul again. He's had a couple of them hit pretty well down that way, but hadn't been able to straighten them out. Hunter Brown, a 1-1 pitch coming up for Gillespie. Off speed, and Doran out in front of it, fouls it off his front foot. We'll have Gillespie, Mandera, and Black coming up to hit here in the 6th. Roseburg on in front by 1. Momentum on the side of South Eugene, though, as a pitch in the dirt. Brown trying to rear back and fire. Some action down there in the bullpen for Roseburg. And same for South Eugene. Zymet down there pitching for Roseburg as the ball hit in the air out towards center. And underneath it, Tristan Vidal. That one, again, another well-hit hard ball for Doran Gillespie, but it goes right to the center fielder for the first out. One away. With one out and nobody on, Zach Mandera will hit 1 for 2 in this one with a run scored. Hunter Brown, first pitch. Mandera gets underneath it, running Vidal towards the alley. That one at the fence, it's gone! Zach Mandera connects on a solo shot over the left center field fence. That one didn't sound all that big off the bat, but it carries here at South Eugene. Just beyond the scoreboard, Mandera, his second of the season, gives Roseburg a little bit more breathing room. A solo homer, ball flying out of the park here today. And Roseburg's on top now, 4-2. So the home run for Mandera, his second of the season, first Roseburg hitter with more than one. Jet Black will take a pitch high and away for ball one. Hunter Brown has given up 2 homers in this ball game. First multi-homer game of the season for Roseburg's batters. Time called. Baseball from, I think, the bullpen came down the line. The bullpen's in foul territory, open, so if the ball gets by, it can get into play. 1-0 to Jet. It's low for a 2-0 count. Momentum working its way back towards Roseburg after the homer by Zach Mandera. Tristan Vidal out in center field. He moved so well, I thought he'd have a chance at that ball. Didn't realize how well it was struck by Mandera. Foul ball down the third base line by Jet. Two balls and a strike, one away. Top of the 6th inning, Roseburg with a run in so far. Leading 4-2, the 2-1 pitch, breaking ball. Stays high and inside. Jet doesn't move. The pitch warps away from him, excuse me. Looked like at first like it was going to get him, but it just curved out of the way for ball 3, and there's ball 4. Puts a man on with one away, and Roseburg, a little bit of momentum, continues to build. A walk issued by Brown. I have that down as just the second walk of the ball game for Hunter Brown. 1 on, 1 out, up to bat. Jay Stoffel, starting pitcher for Roseburg, is 0 for 2. Got touched up in the bottom of the 5th. Can he try to help himself out here with a possibility of driving in maybe a run from first? He'd have to get a hold of one to make it extra bases to bring around Jet Black from first, but if he can find an alley, it's quite possible. Visit out to the mound now for the coaching staff for South Eugene. A 1-0 count at the plate for Jace. Roseburg baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Roseburg will be back to action coming up on Tuesday next week. The second half of the conference season has them on the road more than they are at home. In fact, only 3 home games left to be played. Roseburg will be at North Medford coming up Tuesday next week. 1-0 pitch here for Stoffel with 1 out and Jet Black at first. It's in at the knees for a called strike. One pitch. Brown delivers. Stoffel fouls it off. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out for Stoffel. The 1-2. Inside, almost got him there. Just missed him. And it's a 2-2 count. For South Eugene in the bottom of the 6th, they'll have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Now down by 2 after drawing within 1. Stoffel goes after a breaking ball, lofts it into the air out towards right field, going back just in front of the fence, making the catch. It'll be Nick Salazar. Ball is really carrying with that wind here today. That was just a play where Stoffel didn't get a full swing behind it. Kind of threw the bat down at the ball, and that one carrying almost all the way out to the warning track in right field. 2 down, and it's Mason Littlefield that'll bat. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Littlefield is 1 for 2 today in the second game of the doubleheader. He was 1 for 2 in the opening game as well. 0-1 pitch. Takes a breaking ball that carries well outside. So I believe we saw Garrett Zimet getting loose for Roseburg in the bullpen. Can't tell you, it looks like a righty warming up for South Eugene, but I can't tell you who it is. Littlefield sits on a curveball, third base side. Miller up in front of it, his throw to first. Will get there in time to retire the side. A solo home run from Zach Mandera here in the top of the 6th inning will get Roseburg a run back as they now lead 4-2. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base for the Indians in the top of the 6th. To the bottom half of the inning we go. Roseburg in front 4-2 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Stay tuned for more Roseburg basketball at 541radio.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Belong to Douglas County. Jay Stoffel out there for his 6th inning of work, and his first pitch is a breaking ball that he misses and ends up beaning the leadoff batter. Andrew Joseph will get on base. Second hit batter of the ball game for Jay Stoffel. Not the way you want to start out a frame as you try to close strong. Hit by pitch puts Joseph on at first. 1 on, and the game-tying run now at the plate for South Eugene as Hunter Brown will hit. First pitch swinging. He fouls it up in the air, right side, and out of play. An 0-1 count now for Hunter Brown, the starting pitcher for South Eugene. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Strikeout and a pop-out. The 0-1. Hard hit ball to left field. He's no longer 0 for 2. He gets his first base hit of the game, a single to left field. And Andrew Joseph moves up to second. So first 2 runners get on base. Roseburg leading 4-2. Nobody out though. And a big moment coming up here in the ball game now for South Eugene. Yet again, they've continue to put the pressure on late in this ball game. And Roseburg so far has been able to hold them off. But how much longer can they? 4-2 the score. The first pitch, squaring to bunt. Zach Minigat will pull it back for ball 1. Out at second base, Andrew Joseph. Hunter Brown at first. The 1-0 from Jay, squaring to bunt again. And that one, a foul ball off the bat that rode in on Minigat. He tried to get out of the way. The ball hits the bat. And so, while it looks like it might have hit him, it's not a hit by pitch because it goes off the bat first. That's a foul ball. 1-1 count. Trying to sacrifice the runners into scoring position. Minigat will square late. He does put it down. Picked up by Mandera. Throws to first. Mandera to Van Norman. 3-4 on the sack bunt. One away. Runners at second and third for South Eugene. So the Axe have the game-tying run in scoring position and a visit out to the mound for Roseburg's coaching staff. We may have a call to the pen here for Jay Stoffel. Not sure. They do have the righty, Garrett Zimet, thrown in the bullpen. Zimet pitched against South Eugene when they met the first time. Zimet also coming off of a short outing against Sheldon on Tuesday earlier this week. No change made as of yet. Jace will stay in the game up at 86 pitches unofficially. I'm guessing I might be off by a pitch or two. Sometimes I get a little behind while trying to do scorekeeping and running the video, and I miss a pitch or two trying to catch up. But he's up in that range. The first pitch of this at-bat, it's the 9-hitter Aiden Bray that steps in. First pitch is a breaking ball for a 1-0 count. Bray had a single in the 5th inning. He takes low. The count goes to 2-0, and you can feel the tension building just a bit here at historic Axman Field. Roseburg holding on to a 4-2 lead. 2 runners on in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch from Stoffel. That one opposite field. That's going to bring in one. Gillespie up with it. 1 run comes in. They hold the game-tying run at third, and it's 4-3. And Aiden Bray comes through with his second base hit of the day. An RBI single to right, driving in Andrew Joseph. Up to third goes Hunter Brown, 1 away, and runners on the corner. So the top of the lineup, Tristan Vidal will stand in. Timeout called for the hitter. They're going to, Vidal goes down to third base to talk with Coach Danny Sales. Bottom of the 6th. That's when South Eugene struck and took the lead from Roseburg in game 1. They're threatening to do so again here in game 2. 4-3 the score. Stoffel on the mound. It's first pitch to Vidal. It's a ground ball to short. It's picked up by Johnson. Throw to Van Norman. Throw to first. Got him! Double play to finish off the inning, and Roseburg. No, I thought he said he was out. Safe? Really? Thought I saw him call him out. So Vidal will beat out the throw to first on the double play, and that makes it a tie ball game, 4-4 as the runner comes around. Brown scores. We're tied. A man at first with 2 down. Throw to first. Mandera will wear it off the chest to knock down the low throw from Spencer Six. Man, sorry about that missed call there. I thought I saw the punch out from the umpire in the infield to finish off the inning, and apparently I missaw him as I looked through a couple of people and the backstop here behind home. A 1-0 count now. Game tied at 4 here in the 6th. Runner going. Throw to second. It's not going to be in time. Into second base goes Vidal. Vidal will pick up an RBI on that. Now gets a stolen base. Brown scored. Out at second was Bray. And they are going to walk Bryce Betcher intentionally. So it's a intentional walk to Brown after throwing 2 pitches for Stoffel. Now it'll bring Caden Miller to the plate. Runner going late to third on a pitch that was in the dirt. Throw from 6 was late to third, and into third base goes Tristan Vidal on a wild pitch. Roseburg feeling the pressure, it feels like, here in the 6th inning yet again. So Vidal goes to third. He's the go-ahead run. Betcher on at first. 1-0 count at the plate for Caden Miller. 1-0 the count with 2 away. Bottom of the 6th. Pitch low and outside. The count goes to 2-0. Tie ball game at 4-4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Caden Miller in this game is 0 for 1 with a sac fly and a walk. The 0-2, ground ball, gets through at shortstop. Runner was going. Go-ahead run comes in. They're sending Betcher to third, and he'll stand up there. And Caden Miller comes through with a base knock to drive in the go-ahead run. Scoring is Tristan Vidal. And it's now 5-4. South Eugene fighting their way back for a second time in today's doubleheader. Roseburg will have to try and come back again in the top of the 7th after giving up 3 runs. Make it, 3 runs here in the 6th inning. And 2 runners still on base with 2 outs. And they're going to make a call to the pin, brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. We will take a quick break, come back with Garrett Zimet taking over on the mound. This is Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
So the Shelby and Migulana Construction call to the pin will bring Garrett Zimet out to the mound to fill in for Jay Stoffel. First pitch swinging for Trey Nelson. He's going to go into shallow right field. It'll be Jet Black that calls for the play. 1 pitch for Zimet, and that's all that's needed to get out of the bottom of the 6th. But South Eugene strikes back once again in the bottom of the 6th. They score 3 times and take a 5-4 lead as we go to the 7th. Roseburg needing 1 to tie and keep the game going, and 2 to take the lead. We'll be back after this quick 60-second break on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the 7th inning comes down to this for Roseburg. Battle for first place. 3 outs away for South Eugene, and Roseburg needs 1 run to keep it going, 2 to try and come back and take the lead. After the call to the pin, brought to you by Shelby Migulina Construction, Garrett Zimet will be in the lineup. He'll get his first at-bat of the day, and the first pitch swinging straight up at home, trying to track it down, and a diving catch made behind the plate by Dylan Edwards. The backup catcher had to work for that one, tracking it all the way. And one pitch for Zimet as he comes in for his first at-bat of the day, and unfortunately results in a pop-up in foul territory behind home. So one down, and he'll go to the 9-hitter, Luke Van Norman. Van Norman 1 for 2 in the game. Strike on the inside corner. On the mound, Hunter Brown trying to go for a complete game victory. Caden Miller had a complete game win in game 1 as South Eugene came back in the 6th inning to take the lead late. And here in game 2, we're looking at a similar situation. The 0-1 for Van Norman. Fouls it off for strike 2. Long ball for Roseburg working here in game 2. A 2-run homer from Jet Black in the first. A solo shot from Mandera in the 6th. But South Eugene has been able to piece together a little bit more as they hold on to a lead right now. Another foul ball for Van Norman. Oh, 2 count still remains. 1 away, nobody on base. The 0-2 pitch, Van Norman fights off another one. We'll go back to the top of the lineup for Roseburg with Spencer 6 due up after Luke Van Norman. The 0-2, got him to chase, strike 3, swing and a miss. For Hunter Brown, just his 3rd strikeout of the day. 2 down though, gets it at a critical moment. Van Norman goes down, 2 away, top of the lineup. Roseburg clinging to their final out of the ball game. The first pitch for Spencer 6 is low and outside for a 1-0 count. Spencer is 1 for 2, a single in the first inning. Laid down a sac bunt in the 5th. Breaking ball does not, and the pitch is high for a 2-0 count. Brown out there working into the high 90s on his pitch count. The 2-0 delivery. Got Spencer to pop one high in the air out to left field. This should do it. Andrew Joseph calling for it, and there it is. South Eugene will come back in both games in the 6th to steal victories from Roseburg, and they take first place in the Southwest Conference. Final score of game 2, 5-4. The Axe move ahead of Roseburg in the standings. We'll come back to wrap it up for you here as Roseburg falls in a pair of games on the road against South Eugene and take over the lead in the race for the Southwest Conference Championship. The Roseburg Disposal postgame show coming up when we return. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming at 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Coming back here for the Roseburg Disposal post-game show from South Eugene High School, historic Axman Field. Roseburg Disposal, let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Joey Kieran here with you. Brenton Cranford on the radio production back in the studio. Tough one here today for Roseburg. They lead early but cannot hold on in both games as South Eugene rallies back in the 6th inning of both contests to come back for the win. And South Eugene will now take over sole possession of first place in the Southwest Conference by 1 game over the Roseburg Indians. So Roseburg unable to hold on after some pretty strong starts to games on the mound by Zach Mandera and Jay Stoffel. Then they unable to finish it out down the stretch. Game 2 final 5-4. Roseburg 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. South Eugene 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for the Axe. And so tough one there for the Indians. Looking at how it played out, Roseburg took a 3-0 lead in the first. An error scored Spencer 6 in the top of the first after he got on with a single. And then Jet Black drove in 2 on a home run, his first of the season. It was 3-2 after the 5th inning. South Eugene gets 2 runs across in the 5th, an error scoring 1, and a sacrifice fly scoring the other in the 5th inning. Roseburg would get 1 back in the top of the 6th. Zach Mandera with a solo home run, his second of the year, to make it 4-2. But in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Axe get to Jay Stoffel to score 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, make it a 5-4 score, and they would hang on for that one as the side was retired in order for Roseburg in the top of the 7th inning. So tough one there for Roseburg. Another late collapse for them in this one against South Eugene. Hunter Brown gets the win against Roseburg as he throws all 7 innings. Jay Stoffel takes the loss. He goes to 2-1 on the season. Roseburg with the loss goes to 10-5 on the year, 7-2 in conference play. South Eugene goes to 8-1 in conference play and 15-4 on the season. We'll come back, take a look at more of the numbers for you, take a look at some of the other scores from around the conference and see if we can update you on the standings of what is going on for everybody after today's action. So we'll come back with more of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show for you after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Stay tuned for more Roseburg basketball on 541radio.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. on the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Wrapping things up here from South Eugene High School as Roseburg falls in Game 2 of the doubleheader as South Eugene sweeps the Indians. 5-4 the final score. Let's take a look at how this one plays out via the stats. For Roseburg, taking the loss, Jay Stoffel goes 5 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs. 3 of them were earned runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Garrett Zymet pitched 1/3 of an inning, and he got 1 pitch for a pop-out from Trey Nelson to wrap things up in the bottom of the 6th. On the other side, getting the win, Hunter Brown, 7 innings work, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for South Eugene as he picks up the victory. Offensive numbers, not a lot of hits going around. Both teams finished with 6 hits in this one. For South Eugene, 1 for 4 for Tristan Vidal at the top. He had an RBI and 2 runs scored. 1 for 2 for Caden Miller. 1 for 2 for Dylan Edwards. Hunter Brown goes 1 for 3 with a run scored, and 2 for 3 at the bottom of the lineup for Aiden Bray with a run scored and an RBI. For Roseburg, 6 hits, 1 for 3 for Spencer 6. 2 for 3 for Zach Mandera with 2 runs and an RBI. Jet Black goes 1 for 2 with the 2-run homer. He had 2 RBI and a run scored. And Mason Littlefield goes 1 for 3. Luke Van Norman goes 1 for 3 as well. And that is your offensive numbers from this one here today. Let's go ahead and name our South River Community Health Center Player of the Game. Providing primary medical care and behavioral health care for children, teens, and adults. Visit them online at south-river.org. That's South River Community Health Center. Roseburg, the player of the game for Roseburg today, I'm going to give it to Jet Black. Congratulations for his first homer of the season. Jet hitting that 2-run homer in the first, putting Roseburg up 3-0 at the time. Unfortunately, the lead did not hold. But Jet Black, your South River Community Health Center Player of the Game. Taking a last look at the Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. Again, our final score here was 5-4, South Eugene in front. That puts them alone in first place in the Southwest Conference. Bottom of the 5th, South Medford leading North Medford 2-1. That would put them, if South Medford holds on, that would put them within 2 games of Roseburg for second place in the conference standings. No scores from any of the other games after we found out that Grants Pass defeated Sheldon 5-2 in Game 1 of their doubleheader earlier today. From softball scores, the Roseburg softball team looks like they swept South Eugene today, 10-0 and 21-0. Big wins there for the Roseburg softball team as they stay in the chase for the Southwest Conference crown as well. Tough one, though, here today at South Eugene High School for the Roseburg Indians as they fall on the road against the Axe. That'll do it for us here from South Eugene, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in for today's doubleheader. We look forward to bringing you more Roseburg baseball action as they are on the road against North Medford coming up on Tuesday next week, so stay tuned for that. We'll wrap it up by saying thanks to South Eugene High School for hosting us here for today's doubleheader. Appreciate them making accommodations for us and helping us get all set up. Also want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolton, and congratulations to him again on being named the 6A Athletic Director of the Year. But thanks to Russ Bolton, head coach Troy Thompson, and today's assistant coaches Richie Charles and Tim Sester, who are helping lead the program in the absence of Coach Troy Thompson today. Want to say thanks to all of them for helping us, or allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on 1490 The Score. And again to Troy Thompson, head coach of the Roseburg Indians. We hope to see you again here soon, Coach. And also want to say thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. Also want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production here today. And we will talk to you again here soon when Roseburg visits North Medford Tuesday at 4:30. That means pregame coverage starts at 4:15. We'll have the game for you online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.